wanted to make you this video because your friend Rick told me that you have a huge job change coming up. And from what I understand, you just spent like 10 or more years in North Dakota, like basically saving the planet in like promoting green energy and reducing harmful coal plants, which is so iconic. And now I'm very excited for this. You are now going to the DC Zoo to be working with rhinos. Babe, that is insane. I'm so how do you go from one thing to another? Those are pretty drastic. And if I'm ever in DC, I'm going to figure out a way to reach out to you and check out the rhinos. So best of luck. I love you, Julie.
So that is obviously a Cameo video being made by Dylan Mulvaney. And it's delightful. It sounds like it's thanking someone who had a good job and now has a cooler job. But you might have picked up with the whole rhinos thing that maybe there's more to this than meets the eye. And there was, because Dylan Mulvaney is just doing the thing that she does, making these cameos, but she was being used there in a Republican primary by one Republican to smear another. So Republican Rick Becker, who's running for the only House seat in North Dakota, commissioned that Cameo video and fed information to Dylan Mulvaney to then be used to attack the other candidate in the race. That's the North Dakota Public Service Commissioner, Julie Fedorchak. The rhinos are Republicans in name only. And there's not good evidence that Julie Fedorchak was pushing for green energy across the state or whatever. This is an incredibly dishonest and transphobic use of Dylan Mulvaney's services on Cameo. You can see in this tweet that puts out that there's misgendering going on, and the whole thing is just ugly and disgusting. I don't like it. You could do it, I guess. It's not illegal, I suppose, but it seems utterly unethical. And that sort of behavior would be bad for a candidate if they weren't trying to appeal to a base that's arguably even more transphobic than the candidate is. Brett, what do you make of this?
Oh, this is just the weirdest story I've seen in a while. It's strange stuff that like I saw the pieces were there, but I didn't know they could be used this way. And the Dylan Mulvaney again being used by garbage people to make garbage points that are just dumb. But I mean, I gotta applaud the creativity at least a little bit. The use of rhinos, like on its face, if you take the politics out of it, it is like a pretty smart, funny idea. But then you get to like their overall goals in the world, and and then it's just like, oh, that kind of takes the fun out of it. But you know, it is creative, which these guys seldom are.
It's more creative than usual. Unfortunately, it was used for this. Here is what Dylan Mulvaney had to say about it, saying, "This week, someone purchased a Cameo video for me, and I had absolutely no idea the intent behind it, so I made the video. And it turns out it was a conservative politician using the video to bully his opponent. I wish I could say that this was the first time that this happened, but I am in fact the most gullible person in the world." Which I love as a response. It's sort of self-deprecating. Obviously, you can make it vague enough that why would Dylan suspect anything? Like it sounds like it's a thing about a job. And so I don't like this. I don't want to see this become more like trans people. I have always thought are people. They are not props or tools for right-wing bullying campaigns. And I don't like this crossing of the Rubicon, to invoke something we talked about earlier in the show. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.